Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series of Bash programming or shell scripting. And as you can see on my screen, today we are going to talk about wildcards. So the topic for today is what are wildcards, where they can be used, how do we use them. We'll discuss about the types of wildcards over here, ranges in wildcards, and then we'll take a demo with a few examples. Before moving forward in this video, I would like to request that if you are new over here and you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly do so. So without further ado, let us understand today what are wildcards. So basically wildcards are also referred to as meta characters or glob characters. They are symbols or special characters that represent other characters. You can club it with some command for usage like ls for list, rm for remove, or cp for copy. So there are few types of it. First, you will use asterisk. So asterisk matches one or more occurrences of any character, including no character. Second would be your question mark. It represents or matches exactly one character. So if you're using asterisk, it will take all of them or none. Or if you're using question mark, then it will take exactly one character. Then we have bracketed characters or character class. In that we use brackets. So these brackets matches any occurrence of a character enclosed in the square brackets. So in these square brackets, if you'll give any value, it will match that value. You can use different type of characters like numbers or letters or other special character as well. When you see an exclamation mark inside it, it matches any of the characters not included between the brackets. So there is one more thing. Okay, moving forward, we'll talk about the ranges. So in ranges, you can use two characters separated by a hyphen to create a range. For example, if you have a square bracket in which a hyphen d, it means that it will match all the files that starts with a, b, c or d. So basically it is a range. So range from a to d. So this a can be any character and number till any character or any number. Named character classes, a very interesting thing. They are predefined. So when we talk about this, you have to give it like this. So two square brackets has to be started, has to be closed. In that you have to have a colon. In that you have to write upper. So upper is matches any uppercase letters or characters. Similarly lower matches any lowercase characters. Digit matches any numbers between 0 to 9. Space matches white spaces like spaces or tabs, anything. Alpha matches alphabetical letters, both uppercase and lowercase. And then we have alnum, which is a short form of alphanumeric. It matches alphanumeric characters, but sorry, both upper and lowercase decimal also. Okay, so this is how it is understood. So I hope you guys have understood it over till here. If there is any issue, please be patient because we're going to take a demo and it would be much more clearer to you. So let's dive right into the demo part. Okay, so we have moved to our Visual Studio Code. Now pay attention. I have created a my files directory over here. In that we have a lot of files. Some has an extension like txt, some has an extension like mp3 or something else, but most of them are, almost all of them are empty files. These files will help us to understand what exactly is going on here. Okay, so let's dive right into the script. Okay, so let me check where are we. First pwd, perfect. We are, if you do ls over here, you can see perfect. Let me just clear this. 0 sh 01, enter. Now let us understand this. Cd my files because I want to go inside my files folder. I do not want to create kind of files over here like which are not needed. I want to keep them separate so my program looks good, plus my directories look good. Okay, so we are going to talk about this one. Now when it goes inside my files, it will list all the files. Now you can also ask me that why you have used like this, why you have written your script like this, why didn't you use the command prompt. I could have used it, but I want it to run in one go and make you understand what exactly every wildcard entry does. Okay, so ls asterisk.txt means, as I already explained, that it will list all one occurrence or many occurrence. So list all the files with txt extension, and whatever extension is there, it has printed it out. Okay. Similarly, a asterisk means anything that starts with a. After that, it has some characters or not. It does not matter. It will print. So it has printed this. Now in this ls b asterisk means after b anything. If it has an extension, perfect. If it does not, it does not matter. It will print anything that has that has a file name and that starts with b. ls question mark. So this question mark, it will list all the files that are of one character only, which is this. So I have 4 files in my files folder. Then it has it has printed only that file which has only a single character name, which is this. Perfect. Now if you want to print those files with the name of 2 characters, so you have to use 2 question marks. So number of question marks equal to the file name. Okay, so 2 question marks over it means the file has to have 2 character name. So this is, you can see cc and dd. So there are 2 files. Okay, let's try this. So c question mark means c, and question mark after that means it will print only one character after that, and that's the difference between asterisk and question mark. It will take only one character and that it will print. After that, in the asterisk means anything it will print. So you can see cc.txt is the only file that is present after c, and it will print that only. And in this c asterisk means after c anything, any number of characters, so it will print cc.txt and ccc.txt. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood it. Let's talk about the character class. So in this character class, let me just clear this and sh02 and tab enter. Now what you can see over here is I'm going inside the same folder, which is my files. If you want to check it out, you can just do like this, stop the screen over here, and you can see the number of files present over here, which is this. And all these operations which I have written in my script will run on these files in the folder my files. Okay, let's go back. Now here it will list all the file that starts with b, ends with 2, but character matching is only one character that has either a, e, I, o or u. Okay, so these 5 characters. So my file has only 2 such files, which is bat and bot. If I have written BAAAAT or BOOOT, it won't catch it because it will catch only one character over here. But if you want to define the range, then let's say this example, the file name has to start with C, then asterisk at the end, and then you can see inside the square brackets A to Z any number, any character. So it has printed something which starts from C. It does not matter what it ends with, so it does not matter. It's ending with T, it's ending with C, T, T and T. It does not matter at all. It will take any character that is inside and then it will print that file. So if it is even A, it's C, 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 O, it does not matter to it. It will print everything. So for tester, if I place B over here and save this file and run this again, you can see it has printed can't only because from A to B only A appears. Okay, sorry, A appears. I've selected an, so that's why it has printed. But I'll just take that as Z. Okay, and run it again, and you can see this is okay. Perfect. So I hope you guys have understood it. If you have not understood it, just pause the video and try to run it and then only move forward, because wildcards are used a lot in this script, so you need to know the basics. Before understanding all of these, again what I'll do is I'll go inside my files by myself, do an ls over here. You can see these files are present, or if you do ls-al, you can see these files. Okay, like this. These are the permissions. You can see read write, something like that, and that's how you understand it. Let me clear this. I'm going to run all these operations on this. Let's just run this file. Before running this file, I'll just explain that why I have used -e and \n, because I want to create a new line. So new line character is this, and if I do not use it, it will just mess up the result. So I don't want to do that. So I hope you guys have understood this part. Now let us understand what exactly happens. So if I run this 03 sh03, hit tab, I think I'm in the wrong folder, so I have to go back, cd back, perfect. And then what I have to do over here is 03, sorry, it has to start with sh03, and you can see this is the result. Okay, so now what is happening? The first thing it has printed all uppercase file. All uppercase files are also capital and capital, only two files. Okay, you can see this and this. All lowercase files, everything that is lowercase has to be printed. But now you'll say, okay, Ravish, what is this? This is capital over here. Why it has printed? It does not matter. It will take everything that has this small file. Okay. Now, in this case, it won't take because it will take only uppercase. It will take lowercase, and if there is an uppercase in that file name, it does not matter, it will print that. This one is up for upper. This one you have to start with this. Okay, asterisk mean everything, all or one, and then double square brackets, you have to open and close them, colon, and then upper, lower, alpha, digit, space, and alnum. This will throw an error because there is, you cannot save a file with a space or a space name. Okay, it used to be possible in Windows 98, then you had to rename it tab 256, and then it used to save it like that way. But let's just not go there. Okay, that's an extra knowledge kind of a thing. In lower, you have already seen that it has printed. Let's talk about the alphabetical part. Alphabetical, in which all the alphabets are used. So A, B, C, D, E, F, I, G, and it has printed. You can see over here. Now you'll say why one over here, but it has the alphabets, right? So that's why it will print it over here. Okay. Now then you will say that if this is alphabetical, then why not MP3 file? MP3 is an extension. It comes after dot. It comes after decimal, so it won't pick it up. Let's talk about the digit part. So in digit, it will pick only the file which has digits in it. So 1, and after dot, you can see 3. Okay, that's dot or a decimal. In this space, it has thrown an error because, as I told you, you cannot save a file with that name. It's not Windows 98. And then alnum, you can see alphanumeric. So everything, almost everything would be printed except the, no, I think everything will be printed, even the MP3 part after the dot or the decimal. So I hope you guys have understood it. This is very easy. If you have not understood it, feel free to comment below, and you just need to stop the video, just write your own program, or you can copy from the GitHub and then start working on it so that you can understand it. So I hope you guys have understood it. If there is anything that I can help you with, please feel free to comment below and I will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.